What is up, it's iCkEdMeL. Welcome back to the channel and thank you for stopping by. And a couple of things that we got to talk about, like this creepy post that they're alleging was made by Bryan on this forum website called Tapatalk. People have been asking me about this audio that came out on TikTok where it supposedly captures their final moments and you hear like a scream, and some people think that's Ethan. Personally, I lean on the audio not being real. I've gotten a couple of screenshots. BL and Mo sent me things like this. People were tagging me on Twitter. And just to kind of put an end to this, I believe, somebody here on Facebook said the supposedly leaked audio from the neighbor's outdoor security cam is not related to the crime at the King Road house in Moscow. This is the original owner of that audio. She posted this on her FB page on December 30th. She reached out and wanted people to know that her recording is not related to this crime. She does not reside anywhere near Moscow, and this audio was not taken the night of the murder. Confirmed, it is audio from a domestic violence situation from her neighbors. She shared the audio clip as a way to show an example how much noise an outdoor security cam could pick up from your neighbor's house. She was not wanting her audio to be used to help convince people that it's related to the Idaho crime. So I guess another clout chasing move and people using different audio to mimic the last moments when these people were murdered. People have no kind of like bottom. They'll just do whatever for like, to get some views on something. So let's get into this Tapatalk post. And initially with this Tapatalk thing, I got a little bit of a pause because, you know, the whole thing over this guy, I thought he was like overweight and then he lost weight and so whatever. But the explanation before we get started is that, and Mo sent this to me, remember, friends say in high school Kohlberger was overweight. So I guess this was him overweight and was bullied, but that changed in his senior year when he lost about 100 pounds and people noticed a huge switch in him. So this new post here, I think he would have been around 16 or 17. And so by this time he would have been gone through his huge transformation. So let's get started. And this is the profile picture here. Okay. And it says XR, those with visuals now. And we're going to start here with the July 4, 2011 post, but there's another forum on Reddit that goes through the timeline of his different posts, which is interesting as well. And it says here, I have had this horrible depersonalization go on in my life for almost 2 years. That's kind of like when people, it's a disorder, I think. It's like a thing where people kind of see themselves in third person, like they almost don't feel real or like themselves, I think. He says, I often find myself making simple human interactions, but it is as if I'm playing a role-playing game, such as Oblivion. I can see what is going on, I'm slightly into it, but I can pause the game and focus on my real life. In this case, my life is the game. And my old self can be reached by pausing the game. But how? I often think of things that humans do, things I have done my whole life. I feel like I'm an organic sack of meat with no self-worth. As I'm starting to view everyone as this, everything I have ever done makes no sense. How did things get this way? How am I wearing this shirt? And who decided that humans shall wear shirts like this? Are we all just advanced animals with possession? Or is there more that I can't see? I can't connect. I view everything as if I would if I was playing Oblivion, pointless and full of nothing, out of reality. I'm moving out of my house. My last holidays were already lived, but where was I? As my family group hugs and celebrates, I'm stuck in this void of nothing, feeling completely no emotion, feeling nothing. I feel dirty, like there is dirt inside of my head, my mind. I always feel dizzy and confused. I feel no self-worth. I'm intelligent, but I feel the opposite. I say things I don't mean. The last holiday in my house, the house I grew up in, the house I once contributed to, the house I once felt at home in is past. As I hug my family, I look in their faces. I see nothing. It is like I'm looking at a video game, but less. I feel less than mentally damaged. It is like I have severe brain damage. I'm stuck in the depths of my mind where I have to constantly battle my demons. Am I here or am I fake? I feel myself slipping away. I hear screams faintly, but I constantly battle away from it. What if I let go? Where would I be? Would I ever come back to reality? I try to remember where I originated from, but I can't. I barely remember my childhood. I often fear being 80 years old, alone, having faint memories of my parents, everything I missed out on. I think about my father, what a good man he is, how I treat him like dirt because I have this condition and I can't take it. I might spiral out of control and lose myself in the void. I can't let it all go. All of these regrets I predict for my future self. All of these thoughts of remorse. I got this when I was in my stage of discovery. Now I look in the mirror and I see the sickly, tired, useless, stupid man in the mirror. He's a complete disgrace. He doesn't even deserve to live. I remember when I was 15, I would wander alone at 2 a.m. Everything was so generic. Nowhere felt like home. I saw things that were not there, a different reality. I felt eerie and alone. I died during those nights. I felt like a criminal, but where was my record? I won't know. I can't talk without flinching now. I used to be this healthy blonde-haired boy with blue eyes, and in a few years, I have darker hair and darker eyes, half the body weight. Where did I leave off? I try to sleep. I try to clear my head, but the pressure won't go away. The pain and depression won't leave. Being me is this horrible disease that I was given. I think of this as I succumb to sleep, but I see a large intensity of black, yellow, white fuzz. It makes my mind fizzle, and I can barely keep my bounds of reality. It is as if the ringing in my ears and the fuzz in my vision is simply all of the demons in my head mocking me. I fall asleep, but I wake up quickly to bloody screams. Is there any of this here? Am I brain damaged? No. Then why am I like this? I have these thoughts all in my head. I search for someone to relate to me. Everyone looks down upon me. No one can relate. As I try to read, suddenly my eyes look right through the words. When I look up, I see blue dots near the center of my vision. When I feel slightly calm, it gets hard to breathe, and I see bright dots in my vision. Nothing I do is enjoyable. So this post here is a little bit further back, and this is from May 12, 2011. It says, I always feel that I am not there, completely depersonalized. Mentally, I experience fog, lack of comprehension at some times, feel like my life is a movie, depersonalization, depression, no interest in activity, constant thought of unaliving, crazy thoughts, delusions of grandeur and anxiety, poor self-image, poor social skills, no emotion. I feel like nothing has a point to it. When I get home, I am mean to my family. This started when VS did. I felt no emotion, and along with the depersonalization, I can say and do whatever I want with little remorse. Everyone hates me. Pretty much I'm an asshole. In this other post from October 29, 2010, it looks like, I have felt completely disconnected from reality. I feel all the time that I'm living in my own reality. It seems as if my brain chemistry is altered from this, even though I'm certain it's not. At first, I felt very uninterested in the things I usually like to do, but then it changed to the point I saw no reason for anything, and everything became boring to me. I feel at times completely disconnected and as if I can't live like a normal person. When I think about my future, I think about how I barely remember my mother and father, etc., because I have an altered memory and also have been unable to think of them due to 10 things I think about nonstop all at once. Visual snow, altered brain, tinnitus, disappointment, regret, etc. I think that possibly I could have brought this onto myself from post-traumatic stress disorder or something similar, but I can't tell what it is. I have 2 medicines mixed, Divalproex and topiramate, with 16 extra strength Mucinex pills. This Divalproex medication is commonly used for seizures, and that's what it says online. And then the other one, topiramate, that one is for seizures as well, but then there's things that it can be used for like migraines, also sometimes used for like weight loss. Also, doing a little check online, and I would really have to refer to one of my pharmacist friends, but just a quick search online, these medications shouldn't really be taken together. I mean, maybe your doctor would say it's okay, I'm not sure, but it seems to have some interactions. It says using topiramate together with Divalproex sodium may increase the risk of hyperammonia and elevated ammonia levels in the blood. Symptoms may be absent in mild cases of hyperammonia, with lethargy, vomiting, and mental changes may develop in more severe cases. So why was he taking, both of these medications together? It says I have 2 medications mixed. And then I don't understand what the significance of Mucinex pills. Like, you're taking a bunch of Mucinex together as well. And maybe if there's any pharmacists, they can comment in the comment section. So when you click professional, right? And again, I would always refer to a pharmacist for this stuff, but it's listed under moderate interaction between your drugs. And so when you scroll down, so it looks like maybe you could take it, but you would have to be monitored closely. When you scroll down here, and it also says avoid alcohol, which is like most medication, but who knows if this guy was drinking, maybe a combination of substances, possibly. The other thing, when you scroll to the bottom under the classifications, and so this combination of medication is under moderate. So it says moderately clinically significant. Usually avoid combinations. Use it only under special circumstances. So did his doctor approve of this combination of substances, or medication, I should say? And above that is major. So it lies under moderate. The other thing too, one of my friends was able to contact a pharmacist, and just together they have been known to cause high blood ammonia and may decrease body temp quite a bit, which we talked about. Monitor temp, and if too much mental confusion results, tell the doc. So it's not like you're in a croak if you take them together, but you can have some side effects and complications. And then he said, and have felt like this could have altered my brain, but I remember how it was before, and remember that I felt like it before. It is all really BS. If I have any chemistry change, I have this detox program that can fix it. And so what detox program is he referring to? What is he going to concoct his own stuff? Is he taking things? And I also wonder about this significant change in senior year where he did all this weight loss. Like, how did he get to that weight loss? Was it just cleaning up? Was he taking certain medications, prescriptions? Was he ordering stuff online, unprescribed? Was it the new diet? So this post is from December 19, 2011. And he says here, I have had this for over 2 years, and I have it in a bad way every single way. Not one night have I slept normal since I feel like I am trapped there. I have been able to block it out for a while, but now I realize what is wrong, and it suddenly becomes unbelievable. I am desensitized in every way now. People say these are supposed to be the years I enjoy and cherish. Well, I can't say I will cherish these days. So this post kind of goes over the timeline. It says a timeline / summary of Bryan's Tapatalk post. Background: visual snow syndrome is a functional visual disorder causing hazy / snowed visual fields and other optica phenomena, often associated with psychiatric conditions including depression and anxiety depersonalization. At 9 years old, Bryan says he first developed one VS symptom, palinopsia, abnormal persistence or reoccurrence of an image in time after images seemingly intermittently. From 14 to 17 years old, he posts on this support forum. 9/21/2009, 14 years old. He later says this day is when his VS truly begins. Described as one summer where he was on his PC most of the day and drinking a lot of coffee. Associated with worsening and anxiety, he woke up with VS and became chronic. On 11/1/2009, first forum post is made, a survey of questions in a manner unlike the Reddit survey, asking people about their VS symptom. I am 15 and 21 days and don't want to wish I'm dead because of this horrible thing. For almost 1 year, he stops posting and then returns 9/23/2010, 15 years old, venting that he can no longer remember anything recent or anything from childhood. He's been depressed, fixated on the VS symptoms, and feeling like his life's pointless. His posts are infrequent from September 2010 to March 2011. On 4/21/2011, he explodes back onto the scene with his fateful post, I know the cause / cure of visual snow. About this VS toxin / diet theory. Over time, he develops two main theories about VS that he repeatedly posts about. VS, this is number one, VS is an inflammatory vascular disease because he gets head throbbing sensations. 2, VS is caused and exacerbated by ingested toxins. He became obsessive about diets as a treatment / cure. He latched onto the idea that toxins from any external ingestion, but fungus and candida especially, caused these symptoms. His advocating diets would cause much community drama for him over time, with some forum users lambasting him as a salesman or a shill. There's a deleted post he made threatening to leave the community, and I think this played into it. This post continued for years after his departure from the forum. The dietary obsession probably evolved into veganism. He remains quite active and on 5/12/2011 makes another long post of his psychiatric symptoms and worsening depersonalization. On 7/4/2011, he makes his darkest, longest, most insightful post to date, a huge block of text describing his hopelessness, depersonalization, alienation. Nothing I do is enjoyable. I am blank. I have no opinion. I have no emotion. I have nothing. Can you relate? He goes dark after July 21st, then explodes back on 12/19/2011 with a post titled, I simply don't want to live anymore. Its content's brief but dark. He posts for 3 more days, then goes dark again. 2 months later, on February 19, 2012, 17 years old, he announces he was leaving the forum via the post, come to terms with the VS, writing, I have just accepted my visual snow finally. I don't even feel the need to stay away from the forum. It doesn't scare me anymore. Anyone else come to terms? I feel like coming to terms could be a bad thing though. So there's really no verifiable way for me to verify this. I feel like it's plausible. It's likely. The picture does look like him, though who knows if somebody uploaded a new picture. The account hasn't been active for quite a while. The timeline does line up as far as when he was in high school, from his age now to back then, the years. It does line up. It is an older account. I have heard of the Tapatalk forum, but who knows? Could somebody have just updated their profile picture? It does look like him though. Now, somebody questioned it as well in the forums, the Reddit forums, saying, is this confirmed? I always think we're getting bamboozled, and I don't blame you with all the stuff that's going on, right? The fake audios and everything. This combobulated reply back, very likely that this is actually him. His profile picture certainly looks like a younger him, and the age is right. A friend of his said Bryan mentioned the fact that he has never had a headache, but experiences visual migraines. So that matches up perfectly with the profile posted. You guys comment below, let me know your thoughts. Have you, your thoughts on this post? One, do you believe it's real? Do you believe that's him? If you do, what do you think about this, the medications that he's taken or was taken? Have you taken these medications before? Have you had any kind of side effects? The diet, the transformation, this visual snow disorder, which actually is my first time hearing about that. I didn't know that was a thing. And, you know, I don't know, is he going to try to, because I remember, I think it was at the extradition, they had asked him if he was like on any medications that would impair him or something like that, from like, I don't know, understanding things. And he said no, but that doesn't mean he's not on medication or that he wasn't on medication. So yeah, comment down below, let me know your thoughts, leave a like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications, take care of yourselves, and peace. Bloop, bloop.